In this lesson, we're going to take a look at a few keyboard options in AutoCAD that will help us draw more efficiently. While several of the keys on your keyboard are assigned to different commands or options, there's a few in particular that I want to talk about. The first is the Escape key in the upper left corner of your keyboard. The Escape key will cancel a command. So if I'm in the middle of drawing some lines, if I simply press the Escape key, the command is canceled. Some commands may require you to press Escape twice to completely get out of the command. For this reason, you'll often see veteran users of AutoCAD hit the Escape key several times. The next key we'll discuss is the Enter key. The Enter key can be used to quickly repeat the last command. I previously canceled out of the line command. If I wish to start a new line, rather than going up and clicking the line command, I can simply press Enter and I'm back in the line command. Pressing Enter in most cases can also be used to cancel a command. In most cases in AutoCAD, the spacebar performs the same function as the Enter key. The one exception is going to be when I'm actually in a text editor, a space is simply a space. Otherwise, to repeat the last command, you can simply press the spacebar at the keyboard. As you can see, I'm now back in the line command. And similarly to the Enter key, I can press the spacebar to finish the command. I personally prefer to use the spacebar because it's easier to find with my left hand than the Enter key is. The function keys, or the F keys, across the top of your keyboard are each assigned to an option in AutoCAD. Most of them are assigned to options that you can also find other places, such as the status bar. For example, the F7 key turns the grid on, which again I can also use the grid button on the status bar. The F3 key turns object snaps on and off. Again, I can select the option on the status bar instead. The F1 key brings up AutoCAD Help. This is important to note because anybody who's used AutoCAD for any amount of time accidentally bumps the F1 key when they're trying to hit the Escape key. If this happens, simply close the AutoCAD Help window. The one function key that is probably the most important because there's not another button on screen that allows me to get to this option is the F2 key. The F2 key opens up the expanded AutoCAD text window. This is basically another view of the command line, and it shows the history of this drawing since it was opened in this session. It's important to note that it doesn't show the complete history of this drawing, just the current session. The text window can be especially helpful if you have some sort of error and you want to go back and see what was input to make that error. While the text window can be closed with the X button, it's usually faster to toggle it by simply pressing the F2 key. So that concludes our look at a few of the important keyboard options in AutoCAD.